So she says, I have the 4.4 in my conscious moon and the 4.2 in my south node. So forgiveness slash understanding of the other and myself have both been themes. I still struggle with Richard Rudd's there is no such thing as a mistake guidance. One thing I wonder is that forgiveness feels more emotional and heart related to me than mental. I almost feel like, how is this gate not in the solar plexus? But maybe that's where your interpretation of it as acceptance resonated, Bella. Any thoughts? Okay, frequency band. Why do I always say that we have the shadow, we have the city, and the human pathway is the gift? I have started for 5 years these calls saying there is shadow, there is a city, and there is a human pathway that we anchor in. We are here to anchor the true self, which is what Richard has portrayed in the gift frequency. Once we do that, there's a completely new dimension that opens of possibility. And then one way that can pan out is that we can get a glimpse of the city. However, it's extremely difficult to understand the city from a place that isn't only intellectual and mental if you're not already grounded and anchored in the gift frequency. I would even say it's a tremendous waste of time to dwell and have mental masturbation on the city if you're not anchored in your true self. Come back home first, and then everything you ever dreamed of, all the invitations, whatever it is that you're passionate in your Leo energy, in your chart, in your heart, is going to come to you. I think that we can get lost in using the cities. And that is a sad thing to say. For me, sometimes the cities feel like a seven-centered spirituality, where we're trying to feel something that is not living yet in each and every cell of us. I don't believe in that way of embodiment. I believe in being home here and now in every moment and allowing life to come to us. And that's also why inner authority is so important, that we are responding to life. We are going with the energy. We are allowing life more than trying to understand something. So going back to the question here, it's such a relevant question. It's such a good question. And you can see how a person could even feel that they are not good enough because they didn't get what forgiveness is. It's so important to come back to understand the circuitry here in the body graph. We are in an experimentation that actually is based on suspicion. Whenever there is an answer from your mind, from outer authority, whenever there is an answer about anything, suspicion is the first step in that very powerful discernment that comes when the whole being filters and knows if that's truth for you. We need to come to the understanding of this pattern that is going on for humanity, for the collective, so that we can find a better way forward. And there are many things that are a no. So it's not always that forgiveness is what's going to take us to some point. Here we're grounded in a sense of clarity. The whole entire logical understanding circuit is when we get the clarity on a pattern. Oh God, that's what's going on. Okay, let's improve it. 18. Let's speak it. 31:7. Let's feel if this is the right timing. Maybe there is no way to digest it and understand it right now. 15:5. Like everything is working together in the understanding circuit. All these archetypes, all these gene keys, all these gates. So to just stay in that 4 and maybe look for the city, that is actually something that usually contracts us more than what it allows us to expand. So where is the gate home? What circuit is it part of? What does it care about? It cares about a pattern that works better. So if in your relationships to self and other, there was a pattern that actually didn't allow you to embody the gift frequency, then there is something in that pattern of being in relationship with self and other that you want to look at so that you can have a higher awareness and embody something in a higher frequency in that pattern. That's what the 4 and the circuitry that we have here is saying. It doesn't say go and forgive anything, that's done to you. Otherwise, you're not a good person. Otherwise, you don't have Jesus in your heart. It's not that dogmatic way. It's the acceptance of life. It's acceptance of our leadership and how we can look at that leadership and find answers that work better for ourselves and for others.